The Boys' third season culminated in a heartbreaking finale, chock full of heartbreak, violence, and betrayal. Indeed, betrayal has been a significant plot point used for character development over thousands of years of storytelling. The twist of character betrayals has always engaged audiences as a way to up the storytelling ante. So how does anime as a medium fare with betrayal? Sometimes, betrayals in anime series are used for shock value, or to re-spark a stagnating storyline. In other cases, the motives are more understandable. With such a wealth of anime betrayals to choose from, fans can experience the gamut of brutality from Anime Betrayals. Today, I'm going to show you 10 anime betrayals. Before the video begins, please give it a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. Now, let's begin. Number 10. Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus betray Sailor Moon in Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is one of the most influential shoujo anime mangas to date for its colorful designs and wonderful characters. But there's one thing that's become groundbreaking in terms of progress, and that is the relationship between Michiru and Haruka. The bond between Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus, respectively, could be seen as nothing more than a loving relationship, despite what certain censors try to say. Neptune and Uranus walked so Korra and Asami could run. Progress aside, the other well-known feat of these beloved characters is their betrayal of Sailor Moon herself, damaging, albeit for somewhat altruistic purposes. Leaving the main heroine out of the loop is more detrimental than they would have originally hoped, and it breaks the trust and bond the three heroes had once shared. Number 9. Itachi perpetrates the Uchiha Massacre in Naruto.
そうだな。だが、その前にもう少しだけ聞きたいことがあってな。昨べ中野川に身投げした内葉止水に
Itachi Uchiha might single-handedly be the most complex character in the Naruto franchise, and that is never shown more clearly than through his sole massacre of the Uchiha clan. The genocide of the Uchiha clan is one of the most impactful events that the series would constantly harken back to throughout. The single event is what ultimately makes Itachi's younger brother Sasuke into what he is at the beginning of the story. Although the act itself was done out of mercy and as a way to keep his brother out of harm's way, it still was a horrifying event from which even the young prodigy Itachi himself could never psychologically heal. Number 8. Grail kills Madame Red in Black Butler.
狩らなければ狩られるなら道は一つよ。医者であるあなたがなぜあんたみたいなガキに言った。
With a Victorian-era backdrop, Black Butler utilizes its setting every chance it gets. One of the best examples is how it imbues the Jack the Ripper killings that plagued London at the time. Seal and Sebastian set out to discover the perpetrator of these vicious killings to devastating results. Enter Madame Red, aka Angelina Dawes, the sister of Seal's mother. It is revealed that through her grief of being unable to have children, she and her butler Grell engaged in a killing spree and effectively became Jack the Ripper. Once confronted by Seal and Sebastian, she finds herself unable to kill her nephew. Seeing this, Grell ultimately deems her emotionally weak and impales her with his scythe, ending their partnership. Number 7. Kyuubi's deceit in Puella Magi Madoka Magica.
That is what it would feel like. One strike and you're completely in.
For a magical girl series, Puella Magi Madoka Magica takes the cake for being the darkest entry within the genre, and that is in large part thanks to the ever so adorable yet mischievous Kyuubi. From a certain point of view, Kyuubi's act of betrayal isn't necessarily betrayal, but more of an act of misleading young girls for their own twisted entertainment by luring young girls to enter into contracts that grant them the powers of magical girls, but they have to defeat witches. What's left out is that when those who receive their powers were to fall into despair at one point, then they themselves would become witches. When it's revealed that this is the case, Kyuubi simply shrugs it off, as it was something that they were, quote, never asked. Number 6. Archer betrays his younger self in Fate Stay Night.
Own merits. I simply traded one afterlife for another. I'm a guardian, nothing more.
A guardian? Then you're supposed to be protecting humanity by serving as a deterrent force. And if that is the case, you are a heroic spirit.
Fate Stay Night is an anime in which the premise gets more complicated as it moves on, but once the action kicks in, it becomes hard for anyone to take their eyes off of it. It follows the traumatized Shiro Emiya as he seeks out the Holy Grail in hopes to prevent disasters like the one that had taken his family. In the way of his quest is the cynical Archer, who belittles Shiro for the purpose of his mission every chance he gets. The shocking twist? Archer is in fact Shiro from a different timeline, one in which he has made a pact with their world to kill any who may be involved in extinction-level threats, even if their targets are younger versions of themselves. Number 5. Walter joins Millennium in Hellsing. Walter has been a loyal butler/soldier for the Hellsing organization, as well as an apt mentor and confidant for Integra since her childhood. Or, at least that's what he puts off, until it is ultimately discovered that he had betrayed the organization to their sworn enemies, the Nazi group known as Millennium. Hellsing Unlimited is known for its sea of gore and violence, but the drama is still nonetheless profound. Walter's betrayal hurts on multiple levels, especially considering his friendships with both Integra and Victoria. The unexpectedness of it and how it comes out in the midst of the final battle makes it damaging beyond repair. Number 4. Aizen betrays Soul Society in Bleach.
アイゼン隊長、なんで生きて。
朽ち切る気矢を置いて下がれと言ったんだ。
転移先を捕捉しました。
Out of all 3 of the aptly named Big 3 anime, Bleach is still the most dropped, whether that be because of filler or interest is debatable. But what cannot be debated is 5th Division Captain Sasuke Aizen's act of betrayal being one of the best villain reveals in anime history. Through a thick veil of deceit, Aizen played the humble and generous captain of Soul Society's 5th Division. Once the veil is lifted, he becomes a Machiavellian character who will commit any heinous act to accomplish his goals. His attempt to murder his naive Lieutenant Momo may go down as one of the most despicable acts in anime history. Number 3. Rachel shoves Bam off the tower in Tower of God.
Definitely make his way through the test.
I agree. Bomb always gets things.
One of the few webtoons to be adapted into an anime, Tower of God has earned a great deal of popularity among the anime community. Bam, the story's headstrong and naive protagonist, climbs the tower to find Rachel, the only friend who comforted him in the darkness below. Through perseverance and willpower, Bam makes it through all the difficult and near impossible tasks set before him until he eventually meets up with Rachel, then helps her ascend the tower. Ever so close to reaching their goal upon seeing literal stars above, Bam reaches out for Rachel's hand, stating he had fulfilled his promise to her. Without warning, Rachel suddenly pushes Bam off the platform into the chasm below. It's a heartbreaking moment that's made more so when it's revealed Rachel never saw Bam in the same light and only selfishly desired to become a star herself. Number 2. Griffith sacrifices the Band of the Hawk in Berserk.
何？俺の手の中から。
Kentaro Miura's manga Berserk is considered to be a masterpiece by many. The anime adaptations to follow, not much so. But the one to get it the closest was the 1997 adaptation of the Golden Age arc. Anyone who has only watched that certain anime are in for one bleak ending. The anime ends with Griffith activating his behelit, entrapping his friends and himself in the astral realm with the God Hand and countless hungry apostles. In exchange for his lifelong dream, he serves up his comrades to the surrounding apostles. With his newfound powers, he then proceeds to violate Casca in front of an enraged Guts. This moment would forever go down as one of the darkest betrayals to be collected into pop culture. Number 1. Reiner and Berthold reveal their true identities in Attack on Titan.
ちょっといいか話があるんだが俺たちは5年前壁を破壊し
Attack on Titan is a series that was built upon having twists and turns at every corner. But the one twist that many anime-only fans could not have anticipated was that Annie wasn't the only Titan shifter to infiltrate Paradise. Reiner and Berthold were too. Since their military training days, Reiner was looked upon to be a big brother figure to the main cast. Thus, when he states matter-of-factly that he is the Armored Titan, it's not only earth-shattering, but heartbreaking. To add more fire to the flames, he even outs Berthold as the Colossal Titan. It's a monumental betrayal, and it reveals only a sliver of what the heroes have to face going forward. Thank you for watching, and please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and enable post alerts to view more of our future videos. After saying that, keep watching our videos, and I'll speak with you in the next one.